Good evening, everyone. Peace and blessings to you. My name is Reverend Leah Alvarado, and I'm with New Thought Northern Colorado Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome to the season for Nonviolence. Each day we come together for a total of 64 days to practice a new principle of peace and nonviolence based on the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King. So glad that you're with me today. Today is day 46, and our topic is making a commitment. Commitment is an act, not a word, said Jean-Paul Sartre. Making a commitment to do something is very different than just simply desiring to do something. For example, we say we want a different life, we want to be happy, or we want to get in shape, lose weight. Whatever the desire is, we often say we want a change in our life, but the true commitment isn't always there. We want the change to happen, whatever it may be, but often we aren't willing to commit to do the work necessary to get there. Now, I know that sounds a bit harsh, but it's true for many of us. Changing our focus of attention from what we don't have and what's not working to what we want and doing the work necessary to bring to us our greatest desires requires a commitment. Committing to something has some heft to it. When we say we're committed, our energy has shifted from simply wanting something to being willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen. And in the end, it is truly a gift that we give to ourselves. William H. Murray says in his famous quote, "Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back. Always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. That the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents, meetings, and material assistance, which no person could have dreamed would have come their way." So what he's saying is that once we commit to something, it's as if the universe is reaching out its hand, shaking hands with us and saying, it's a deal. I will be your co-creative partner in this, but you have to do your part as well. And so I ask you this. I'm going to put in the chat some questions. Hi, Dennis. What is your commitment to creating peace and nonviolence in the world? It starts with each of us first. What are you willing to do for yourself first? What are you willing to commit to for you, for your health, your well-being, for your heart, for your soul, for your life? What are you committed to? So I'd love to see any responses in the chat if you would like to take a moment to just reflect on that for yourself and for your life. What is your commitment? It starts with each of us first. Yes, your commitment may want to make an impact in the world and create peace and nonviolence in the world, but what are you willing to do for yourself related to that? It always starts with us. So I'm going to give you just a minute to reflect on that. I wish I had some background music, but I don't. But yeah, just thinking about for yourself. Now, again, it's not about there's these things we'd like to be different. There's things we wish were different in our life. Sure, I'd love to lose 10 pounds. certain things I want in my life, but am I committed to doing the work to make that happen? And sometimes that shows up in terms of our beliefs, our attitudes, the perception that we see the world through. Are we committed to changing that? Are we committed to those patterns of thinking that are no longer serving us? The patterns of thinking that tell us that we're not good enough, that we're not capable enough, we're not smart enough, we're not tall enough, thin enough, beautiful enough, whatever it is. We all have that. That's probably the most common message that all of us as humans have. We each have our own version of it. And so what is your commitment to yourself that will provide you support and love? So Vicky says, daily meditation, peaceful thoughts. Beautiful. Dennis, keep growing. And Janet, I want to listen to others better, hear their heart. Oh, I love that. Listening is such an important thing for us as humans. We're not so good at that because, right? It's such a wonderful practice to really practice, and listening to hear their heart. Yeah, it really takes active listening to hear someone's heart. But it's also feeling it, not just listening. Yeah, I just wanted to comment on that. I thought that was beautiful. Thank you, Janet. Great. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate your participation in this. I wish I could see you all. So our affirmative practice for today, I'm doing something a little different. Hope you can read that, but I'm going to read it here. I will meditate on what commitment is to me. What is commitment to me? And that word is going to mean something different for each of us. So it's a good thing to sit with and to meditate on. Today I will reflect on what I'm truly committed to in my life. In areas where I notice I'm not committed, I will examine what those are and choose to commit or recommit to the things in my life that matter most to me. Because as you start to look at what you're committed to, the things where we are putting a lot of energy into, those are the things we're committed to. The things where we're not expending a lot of energy, well, we're not committed to it. And that's okay. It's not a time or an opportunity to then make ourselves wrong for that. It's just, all right, I'm going to recommit. I'm going to recommit. So today, use this as an opportunity to really look at what are you wanting to commit your life to. In this moment, I declare that I am committed to creating a blank life. So for each of you, what are you committed to creating? What kind of life are you committed to creating? This is the path to nonviolence. So I'd love to see your comments in the chat of what you're filling in there. Nonviolence. Oh, that was me. I thought I saw a word in there that was something that I was typing. Okay. So what are you committed to creating in your life right now? Just one word. And if it's more, that's okay. What kind of life do you want for yourself, for your family, for your community, for the world? What are you committed to? So let's do this. Let's just close our eyes for a moment and just check in with ourselves. And the answer will come at the right time. So just tuning in to yourself. What am I committed to? What kind of life do I want for myself? A life of peace, a life of harmony, a life of joy, a life where violence doesn't exist, where hate doesn't exist, a life of pure love, compassion, forgiveness, grace. And as you reflect on this and bring this into your heart, notice how it feels in your body. And just say it to yourself. Say it silently to yourself. I commit to creating a life that is, or I commit to creating a fill in the blank life. And notice how it feels in your body. Notice how it feels in your heart. So I'm going to pause for a few moments. Just give you some space to take this in. And so slowly coming back, just take a deep breath and feeling the energy of these words that you have just committed. I'm going to read here what you all wrote. So Dennis says courageous. And Vicky says more healthy lifestyle. And Janet, whole, complete, peaceful. Beautiful. So I just encourage you to write these somewhere, to write a simple statement on a Post-it. You can print it out on your computer. You can put it somewhere. You can write it with lipstick on your bathroom mirror if you want. But what are you committed to? Really committed to? Wonderful. Thank you for everybody for being here. Let peace begin with you. Tomorrow will be day 47, and we're going to be talking about releasing that which no longer serves us. I wish you a blessed evening. Namaste. Good night, everyone.